Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tons of 505. Welcome to the channel if you're new, or welcome back if you're a lovely subscriber. And today I'm going to be continuing my top 100 album series. And before I begin, I just want to give my usual shout outs. Of course, I want to give shout outs to Jacob and Ryan over on their channels. They not only they've been watching my videos, but they've been listening to the albums as well. So I very much appreciate you guys. Even just whoever's watching my videos, friend wise, thank you very much. And just my viewers in general, I'm very grateful to have your views. Always appreciate that. Um, Especially people who comment on my videos. I love reading what you have to say. Even if you're like, oh, you're a stupid idiot, you don't know what you're talking about. At least you're taking the time to leave the well thought out criticism. But of course, I want to also shout out Jason, the Old Millennial, and Scott from Sound Lab Studios. Not only have they've been watching my videos, but they have been doing their top 100 album series themselves. So check their stuff out. Um, I'm just carrying this because I need this for later. But yeah, it's such a good album. Album number 14, The Who by Numbers by The Who. So my one of my all-time favorite bands. I have plenty of Who to talk about. This is just another album to talk about. And man, I love this album. I've always thought this was kind of like a dark horse record for the Who because this this came out after their really their big 3 album run with of course Tommy, uh, Who's Next, and Quadrophenia. So they're trailing off of those. That's the really good 3 album run. Which, I mean, I already talked about Tommy already with album number 20, and I talked about Who's Next on album number 18. Well, I haven't talked about Quadrophenia yet, but I am looking forward to talking about Quadrophenia on my list. But that's another great album, and Townsend, he was starting to run out of ideas. Like when he wrote the songs on this album, it was all he had. Like there were no extra songs like there was no like in terms of songs that he written, there was like no like extra songs. This was like the songs he wrote for this album. That was it. That was it. That was like all he had. He was suffering through depression. Uh, that was a big factor. He also like I said he was going through writer's block, especially after that enormous Quadrophenia album. So he wasn't in a good place at the moment. And he kind of wrote a lot of these songs when he was going through like the depression he was going through. And it's just sad because he's such a talented guy, but it's sad like he was going through this, but the music he wrote was so good. Like the music was amazing. Like I love the music, but man, no one should be able to go through that depression. It's just sad he went through that depression, but at the same time, he made some of the best music imaginable. I mean, this is album number 14, so definitely, uh, yeah, definitely a great album. Uh, Released October 3rd, 1975. I mean, there were some big albums coming out, like Physical Graffiti by Led Zeppelin, um, Night at the Opera by Queen. So there were some heavy hitters this year. Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. So yeah, there are heavy hitters coming out this year, and you know this might this might be a hot take, but this might be my favorite year. I mean, I'm not this favorite year. This might be my favorite album of 75. And looking through the albums, yeah, this is my favorite album of 75 is The Who by Numbers. And I love A Night at the Opera. That's definitely my second favorite album of that year, but man, The Who were really making some great stuff here. Um Anyways, uh enough talk about the backstory and my thoughts on the album. Let's talk about the songs. First song on the album, Slip Kid. Man, Incredible album opener. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba, da, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, bum. I got my good boats, rockers, off to the Civil War. Hot tea and sugar, get my tea in my back to roll. Slip kid, second generation. I'm a soldier at 13. Slip kid, realization. There's no way to be free. There's no way to be free. Such a great album opener. I really like it. Um, However much I booze, now that song's very dark. I mean, like I said, Townsend was in a dark time when he wrote this album. Even Daltrey was like, I can't sing that. It's too depressing because it's like, however much I booze, there's like no way out of his depression, no matter how much he drank. His demons are kind of haunting him around this time, and yeah, it's man, that's so dark, and the music kind of sounds a little upbeat, but man, those lyrics are so fucked up. Uh, it's like look myself in TV. I'm a faker. Like, that's not me. I'm faking it. The joy and all that. Yeah, it's such a dark song, and Pete Townsend, he sung great on it. Because, like I said, Daltrey refused to sing on it because he's like, Pete, maybe I don't sing that one. And yeah, it works. It actually works better with Pete singing it because he's going through the depression, and it definitely works for him to sing on that song. I mean, Daltrey would have sounded great, but probably better. But hearing Townsend kind of sing about these dark lyrics makes it better. Squeezebox, I mean, it's the hit song. I like it. To me, it's always been my least favorite because it's definitely the least sounding. Definitely very like you have all these like kind of deep songs, and then you have this song about a squeeze box. So very out of place, to be honest. I do like the song though, but it does feel out of place. Dreamy from the Waste, man, another epic song on the album. That bass line is epic. I love the bass line on that song. Dreaming on the waste on down, dreaming. Great song. Uh, they're all in love. Oh no. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my track listing wrong. Imagine a Man. Ooh, Imagine a Man. I love Imagine a Man. Imagine a man with a child every day. Bum, 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 bum. Very another really dark song. Uh, there's a lyric, imagine events that occur every day, like a shooting or raping. Gosh, that is so dark. But I love it though. It's such a great song. Um, Success Story, epic Ent Whistle tune. Definitely actually does fit well with this album because it's kind of Ent Whistle's kind of like, you know, dream of being a rock star and, kind of being forced into like, I want to be a rock star, but then after being a rock star for a while, like, oh, this used to be fun. Now that's starting to become a pain. So I love Success Story. They Are All in Love. Another one of my all-time favorite Who songs. That piano work, the singing, the Daltrey. I think Daltrey, this album and another album I'll talk about in this list later down the road, his vocals were starting to get really good. And this was kind of to me this is like the point where Daltrey starts to really sound good in his vocals. Listen to this song specifically. His vocals are so good. Um, Blue, Red, and Gray. Oh, Blue, Red, and Gray. This song gets to me because again, this is sung by a sung and written by a depressed guy who wants to kill himself. And, I like every minute of the day. It's like the lyrics are so ironic because he was going through so much. And Such a great song. How Many Friends, kind of like, how many people really like me? I'm famous and all. Like, how many friends do I really have? In a Hand or Face, another great album closer, very quadrophenia sounding. Yeah, I love that song. Top five, again, I have to go top to bottom. My favorite song on the album has to be Blue, Red, and Gray. Number two, They Are All in Love. Number three, Dreaming from the Waist. Number four, Success Story. Number five, Imagine a Man. Great songs. This is such an underrated album. Such an underrated album. I love everything on this album. I totally recommend people listening to this album. Even Squeezebox. I know that's the generic hit on the album, but check this album out. It's good. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. So if you have heard the album, leave your comments in the below. But besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. So long.